So
What a time
let's
it is.
let's close up with this. What are your pronostics? Pronostics? No, I'm definitely gonna cut this part. 'Cause this is Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. We are on another episode of
Another day
In
in
Paradise.
paradise.
We should really work on it. I think we could come up with something nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
so once again, I'm with Reda, or Reda is with me. So
Yeah.
Um, so today we have a big day to celebrate, and to be honest, it feels really good, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. So that's why
Yeah.
this podcast is important right now, because I don't know if we're gonna be here next time and talking about this next time. So of course the theme is the World Cup.
Man, feels so good.
It feels good. It does.
Feels so
indeed.
good to be Moroccan today.
Listen, Morocco is in the semis. I had so many friends from outside Morocco texting me saying, "Oh my God, your goalkeeper is a fucking stunt. Oh my God,
Yeah.
the your striker is good. Oh my God, your defense is one of the best of the World Cup. Congrats, congrats, congrats." From Americans, from Algerians, from people all over the
All
world.
over the world.
And I'm like, yeah, and even from French, because I work a lot with French people.
Yeah.
And ironically, we are playing France in the semis.
We are.
So, anyway,
And it's actually tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow.
Well,
Well, today,
today,
because I'm gonna
uh,
edit. I'm gonna edit the podcast tonight probably, and then it will be posted tomorrow.
But it's crazy. It's
It-
crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
pretty insane, and we talked about it on another podcast, Le Foutoir.
Mhm.
And the first question that I asked you guys is, who expected this result? And you said you did.
I
You're the
did.
only one who said, "Oh yeah, no, I did."
Yeah, because I like to brag. But
How come you expected Morocco? Because let's be honest, Morocco is a second tier
yes.
team.
Hmm.
During the year, when we practice, we have like friendly games. We practice with Rwanda or Kazakhstan or
Yeah.
like those
Like a bit, at least compared to the international scene, like
lower
teams.
yeah, like with not top
But
shelf teams.
if you look at our history in the World Cup,
Yeah.
we never had like crazy squads. Even today, like we don't have the craziest squad, but we always went in a World Cup with a lot of heart and a lot of.
Here we go again.
Here we go again, and we always did like something that's bigger than what's expected from us with our with what we have. That means
Okay, so what was expected from us this year?
well, this year we have a stronger squad than most years.
Let's be
Before?
honest.
Yeah.
Everybody was super happy to be qualified for the World Cup. So how
Yes.
could you say, "Oh yeah, we had a super big team"? Well, we had a super big
No,
team,
but,
but we were
w-
still super happy to just be qualified.
Yeah, but you need to know one thing is the way we got qualified was amazing.
yes,
That means that during all those games we conceded, I think, almost uh, zero zero goals,
Yeah.
maybe one or something during
True.
that time. We didn't lose any games. Like there was something that was already in place, and with the arrival of the new coach and everything, it came to
fruition. Yeah,
like there was like we said in the other
Like we
podcast,
built momentum.
It's almost it's above football. Like it's something that
absolutely. It's way beyond.
like I
that.
don't know, like anywhere you were in the world, you saw what Moroccans do when
And
we
also
win.
Moroccan flags everywhere. We are not used to see Moroccan
Everywhere.
flags everywhere.
Exactly,
Like
we're
I know
the
in-
new Algeria, bro.
That's true. That's true. And also, you know,
crazy.
in the US also they have a lot of the American flag is very predominant. Like God bless America everywhere. But in Morocco we do have flags, but not that much.
Yeah,
And it's it felt good to have the Moroccan flag everywhere in the world, in China, in the US, in France, in all over Europe, and because Moroccans are pretty much everywhere. That's
Yeah.
also
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
also true. The diaspora is greatly like we
They like
we-
to make babies.
Yeah, we do export everywhere, but Morocco. So here is it. Many media said first of all, when we started winning our first, like leaving the group, like qualifying from the first group. So we have 3 games for people who are not familiar with soccer. We have 3 games, and then it's a group of like no 3 games, but like four teams, right?
Yeah, like it's groups of 4, and then
Yeah, and then
get
you play 3 games,
to-
and then if you escape from that group, etc.
and it's the knockoff.
We had a
stage.
pretty good group,
Very tough.
very tough. We had Canada, we had
Belgium and Croatia,
Belgium and Croatia. Croatia is number 2 ranking in FIFA, ranked number 2 in FIFA,
and just lost the semifinal today.
yeah, lost the semis. Of course, Canada is like the top team in North America, and of course,
And
like
Belgium was the
Belgium is number 2, I
runner
think.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, is number 2.
Croatia is also a very solid team. So, anyways, so we played. It was good. We qualified, and then we played the first group, the pool, and then we made it number 1 in the pool.
Yeah,
So
without conceding.
we
almost-
conceded
we
one,
conceded one own goal,
but it was an accident. Like we scored on ourselves. So,
but we
anyways,
have the best defense
best defense for
of
sure.
the tournament.
So
But you know what's magical with all of this
yeah,
is that when you look at Morocco, what they did this World Cup, it's a movie, bro.
it's
You know, like
FIFA.
I started thinking about those. Like those movies where there's this coach that goes into in an area that's not
Yeah,
well off, and
underprivileged,
he finds
etc.
those kids and they start believing they win the championship at the end and stuff.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the story, bro.
It's almost like Coach Carter or whatever.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
Coach Carter is exactly that. Like we have our coach, Walid Regragui.
Yeah, he's the man
love
right
you.
now. Yeah, for sure,
And-
he's the man.
He comes in days before the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
No time to really build a team or really take. So he takes a group, inspires them, and they go. Every time you think, it's gonna be tough. Boom, and another one. Boom, and another one. Boom, and
he keeps like hitting the strike like perfectly, like boom.
man. When we got to the knockoff stage, you saw how the streets were. Like that was the time where we were like,
Yeah.
we're done. We won.
Yeah, I will post a picture of the view down my street from my balcony, and it's just crazy. So many people go outside.
Man,
It's almost like people felt like we won the World Cup.
Exactly. Like it was.
Like
it's
we
the
partied
furthest.
hard.
It's the furthest we've ever been.
True, true.
Then we get to the quarterfinals, and that's like crazier. Like the first African team to do it, or something like
Yeah,
that.
like
or
we are the fourth African team.
No, it's the first time for Morocco to be in the
For
in
sure,
a quarterfinal
for sure.
and stuff.
And last
people
time it's been
go
done, it's been like
ballistic,
years
man.
and years and years. And then
And
again,
semifinals.
we win again, and then we go to the
and
semis.
not to
And by the way, the
Spain-
quarter we win over. We beat. Was it
Spain.
Spain first, and then Portugal. So these are
like
very strong nations in
very
football.
strong
Like
nations.
they won the world. I think did Portugal win the World Cup ever or not?
No, they just won the Euro
Okay.
2016.
Yeah, yeah, they won the
something,
Euro
or-
when.
yeah,
Yeah. I
against
think.
France.
Yeah, and also wasn't it when Cristiano was injured and then he started
Exactly.
coaching from the sides?
yeah.
Okay, sidelines.
So-
So amazing. Of
And
course.
And you know what's even more beautiful,
What is?
which is crazy, is that every time we knocked the team out, they said Morocco. Honestly, they deserve it, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Well,
like-
some people said,
Like all of the, like Portugal, Spain, Belgium, like everybody, like any team, like we have the most beautiful
spirit.
like parcours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Excuse my French, but
Parlez-vous français?
parlez-vous français?
No,
Petit peu.
that's true. That's true. We had we started honestly. We left a very very solid group,
Mhm.
and then first game it's Portugal, and then was it Spain? I'm sorry, I keep messing them up.
Yeah,
like Spain,
first.
which is like one of the best nation in football, obviously.
Tactical.
And then we win, and then we dominate them in a way because we had such a solid.
Well, actually, we locked them. Like they
Yes.
couldn't do shit.
They couldn't do
And it was
nothing. They
beautiful.
started the tiki taka like many passes. They possessed the ball so many times, but we didn't care. We just were so solid in the back. So, where did you watch these games? because that's a whole other ambiance. Like when you watch them at home, or like honestly, to watch them outside, it's a little bit too hectic for me. It's a little bit too crazy for me because like
It is. It is.
cafes or restaurants or whatever, you have to be there 2 hours before, and you have to reserve. You cannot really reserve your seats. You have to be there and sit for 2 hours, order some food or whatever, and then wait for 2 hours. And then the game is like 90 minutes, and then sometimes they prolong the game, and it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, that
So
it's
you
it's
get
a
you
hectic
get ready
process.
to spend
like you
to
have
spend
a
the whole
great
afternoon
you
there.
have a great ambiance and stuff like
The
that
atmosphere
around.
is
The atmosphere is
fantastic.
electric and everything, but you're not guaranteed of watching the game properly. Like if you go to a place that has
That's
the
the thing.
game, you have like half your table is gonna be like the back against the screen. So
Yeah,
you need
you're
to-
only gonna watch
so
it
me personally,
behind somebody.
when a game is that important, I need to watch it.
Yeah, like
and properly.
fully enjoy it.
And to be
Yeah.
honest, like most games, I think except one in the group stages, I watched home with my family.
Yeah,
Had some sometimes friends over, things like that. Like a good crowd,
Mm.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy atmosphere even at home. Like
Oh, yeah.
everybody's hitting on
yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
on
The
like
table,
instruments,
et cetera.
tables,
Yeah, of course.
whatever. And the 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 beauty of this, especially for a Moroccan, is that everyone's watching.
yeah, like
From like the toddler to the like
yeah, to the grandpa,
to
like
the-
everybody's
man,
watching.
everyone.
And right after the game, you go on the streets, and
Yeah.
it's like
Oh my god.
it's just hectic. It's crazy. You cannot drive. Everybody is like screaming, yelling, singing, and people are like so happy. The Moroccan flags everywhere. The cars are honking. It's like just craziness, madness, and not only for like an hour or two, like
No,
deep
it
into the
goes-
night,
it
like
goes-
midnight, 1 o'clock, like even last time, like when we qualified for the semis,
Even
like,
days after, you still hear
you
sometimes
still hear
like
people, "Pep, pep, 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 pep,"
yeah,
like okay,
like,
man, like the flag, the king
man, yeah,
of Morocco came down, and he said, and he was wearing a jersey, and he said, probably he told his security team, you see that crowd over there? I want to be right inside. And he was driving. He
Oh,
was not
man.
driving, but he was driven, and he was in the back with the flag and with
Man,
the
it's-
royal family. Everybody was like waving the flag and inside, and because they wanted this ambiance, they wanted to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
part of it. They didn't want to stay like in the nice whatever and just watch it. So
but it's crazy because you have a war zone vibe, but
Yeah.
it's only positive.
yeah, it's
So
like
it's very
usually I don't really like crowds.
yeah, but,
But
there's
it's such a
something
friendly
about
crowd.
Yeah,
It's like a
there's
wave,
something about this
for
like,
sure.
and you feel united. Like it's the first, one of the first times really where I felt like a country unite. Like man, it's like the Christmas spirit. Everybody's nice now.
For sure. For sure. Everybody
Nobody has any problems. You ask someone like, "Hey, how are you doing today?"
Yeah, because we are in the middle
How
of a
can we
kind of
not be
recession.
good?
And also
know?
like the perfect timing is like COVID was like tough on
Yeah.
everybody, and then like
Gas
boom.
prices went up. It
Yeah.
was kind of shaky on a lot of levels. People losing their jobs, everything. Now everyone's fucking happy.
Everybody's happy, and so
it's beautiful.
now there is also something interesting about it, which is Morocco and France. They have a history,
Ooh,
and Morocco is playing France.
yeah, it's kind
in
of
the
like
semis.
playing with your ex.
Exactly. That's actually.
is. And
Well,
they did us dirty.
they did us dirty.
Just saying.
and we are playing against them on paper, and historically they are a stronger team.
Mm-hmm.
And many people, including you, they're saying, "Well, we have such an envy, we have such a heart, we have,
And we have
we-
nothing to lose.
and we have nothing to lose. We will win because we have." And also something that's actually pretty cool. Wait a second, the ambiance here is crazy,
yeah.
but in Qatar, everybody's cheering for Morocco.
And bro,
It's crazy. Like the whole stadium is from Morocco. So the Africans, the Arabs, the Muslims, and the Moroccans. So all these different groups, they are all coming together to
Yeah.
encourage
because we're not
Morocco.
representing today, we're not just representing ourselves.
Absolutely.
We're representing so many, so like Africa, Arab countries, underdogs in general.
For sure.
Plus, let's count how many people hate France. I'm just stating a fact. I'm just stating a fact. It's
I
not
think it's more like the underdog
So,
the vibe rather than
so.
hating France. I think.
Nah, I'm just playing. But it is something.
Unique moment for sure. Like even in Qatar, like like when you see the stadium, many people say, "Oh, well, it's like we are playing in Casablanca," and it's
Yeah.
kind of true, man. Like we have the crowd on our side for
We
sure.
have the crowd on our side. We have a lot of we built our self-esteem. Like we were
True.
confident,
And we're playing with passion for sure.
and we have nothing to like. Literally, it's their game to lose.
Okay.
Like
So
we have nothing to lose.
Here
We're-
is my
we're winning.
here is my theory about this. And I know we discussed this, but having passion and the like the courage and the crowd behind you and the passion and the will to win, etc., and the drive is just not enough to go all the way, I think. So of course I want Morocco to go all the way, but I think that skills cannot be replaced by the will or the drive. I think you need skill at one point. It's not, and like I said, the example that I told you, like somebody who never trains and never trained in his life, and if you ask him to run a marathon sub 4 hours, which is like everybody is trying to run it under 4 hours. It's not something crazy like the world record is under 2 hours, but so the average amateur will run it under 4 hours. Who trains a little bit. So if you ask somebody who never trains to run a marathon and hey, listen, you have the big fan club behind you, you have the whole country and the whole African countries and the whole Arab countries behind you, he would still not be able to run a marathon if he's not trained to run a marathon. With all the motivation in the world, he will still not be able to do it. And I'm afraid that Morocco will not be able to go all the way. I mean, I'm not saying he cannot. I'm saying possible, but more
Yeah.
likely not.
But
Okay.
there is a but here,
Okay.
and I love big buts.
A lot of
sorry.
big butts that I cannot lie.
There is a but here, right? And the but is, it's not Morocco is not a team that never trained.
That's true.
It's not a team that's coming from zero.
But it's a team that never been to this stage of the competition.
It's a team that is not at the same level. But to come back and rephrase what you said, I think that a team that's a bit lower,
Yeah.
not at the same level internationally, superstars, whatever, but has still like professional footballers, right?
Some of the best in the world, for sure.
For some,
Sure,
I
yeah.
think that gap can
True.
and probably and hopefully will be,
I sure hope so.
Make
the difference, for sure.
and having people behind you and being inspired the
For
way it's
sure.
been inspired and everything and not having any pressure, because like I told you, even if we lose like the biggest loss ever, 20-0, we come back
For sure.
heroes.
For sure. You know, one day I was playing tennis at my university in the States, Rhode Island College, and I was playing. And one time, I don't know why, but we played a tournament against a team. I think it was Salem or whatever. And we played I used to play doubles a lot for my team. And in one game, I had the crowd with me.
Yeah.
And even one of the guys who was playing for the other team, he ended up being French, so we befriended one another, etc. So he started encouraging me against his teammates.
Okay.
And I had not a crowd, but maybe like 15, 20 people, including my teammates and the staff and some people from the school, because we played in my school. And it is true that the other team was like better than us. And we played so much better. We ended up losing, I think, if I remember correctly. But it is true that when you have the crowd and when you have nothing to lose, it gives you the extra oomph. Is it going to be enough? I sure hope so. But you're right when you said we are not amateurs. We are not here by luck. We have very, very good players. We have some players who play in the best clubs in Europe, including PSG, etc. And
the reality is, if you take, like, forget the context of the World Cup. If you take a team like Belgium, put a game Belgium-France, who wins?
France.
It's still tight.
It's tight, but it would be
Spain, France, tight as well.
tight, but and you don't
Portugal, Spain.
You wouldn't really know.
Portugal, France. Portugal won many
But those
times.
teams, it could be either way. It could go either way. But
Yeah,
for
but-
Morocco, France, if you ask, listen, if
It's
you were
still-
not Moroccan and people would ask you Morocco, France, what do you say?
Like out of the blue, I would say no chance in hell that Morocco wins.
Yeah.
After watching this World Cup, I would be like, damn.
Okay, let's imagine it was Senegal, which also,
if they had the same
if they had the same parcours,
parcours, I would think Senegal would have a chance to
make it.
to make it.
Well, you never know. You never know.
And you know,
like
I'm
Regragui-
biased, and I
listen,
love it.
like
you know?
Regragui said, let us dream. It's free to
Exactly.
dream.
It's
Let us
free to
dream.
dream.
You know,
And you know, dreams on us.
don't worry, it's on the house.
It's on the house.
Yeah, it's true. We really hope that Morocco makes it. It would be, and we were coming back from dinner earlier on, and you said, imagine if we win the fucking World Cup.
How crazy would that be?
Listen, that-
Especially that now we know who one of the finalists are.
yeah,
Like how crazy would it be for Morocco to beat France, whatever the way,
Yeah.
even penalties, it's all good.
that's fine.
And we get
We play Messi.
to see a final with the two biggest crowds in the World Cup,
True.
which
true.
is Argentina and
Argentina
Morocco.
and Morocco.
It's gonna be a electric atmosphere. Players that have nothing to lose. Two teams that are quite engaged, warrior mentality.
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
it's gonna be beautiful.
I think it's gonna be a huge party. So, what do you
So-
think will happen if we lose? Do you think it will be we will take it bad and
No.
we will like start
No.
be
No.
like bad losers, sore losers, or do you think?
No, I don't
I think
think
it
so.
will be a party.
I
anyways.
don't think so. Like I told you, we're beyond.
We are already
we're
winning.
beyond all that.
Yeah, we are
Our
already winning.
players, like Amrabat, especially, has a lot. Like people are talking to him about him in the world of football, like being the most underrated player. A lot of clubs are now looking into him.
Yeah,
A lot
listen,
of players
a
will
lot of-
have a lot of opportunities, and that's gonna be beautiful, and that's gonna develop. And like one of the things that's the most amazing is that they can inspire youngsters from Morocco, because as one of our dear colleagues and friend from the
Foutoir
Foutoir said, Adi,
Ali,
hello,
hello. He's probably not
11.
watching, but
11 players out of the 23,
are from Morocco. Like
Or
they were born and
26, I
raised
don't
in
know how
Morocco.
much,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were born and raised
they
in Morocco.
come
and
from
they trained
the Moroccan
Football academy.
academy and
clubs, etc.
championships
Yeah,
and stuff. So kids can watch this, because one of the things that's missing in Morocco is, and we spoke about it, and if you follow us on a lot of stuff, is ambition, being able to dream big. Like, you know, you can dream to have a good job or do something, but when you start having the same dreams as the other side of the world, people start saying, let's start by dreaming just here, you know, like don't go too far. And
No,
now
listen. Yeah,
a kid can be like, I want to play the World Cup when I grow up.
that's true. And why not? You know,
And
it's
why
like
the fuck not?
it's like when they said they didn't know it was impossible, so they did it.
Exactly.
They didn't know it was impossible. Nobody told them it was impossible, so they just did it. Oh, really? Like nobody did it before? Well, why not? So
And the odds of it happening is crazy. Like
it is crazy. Like
man,
I would.
what a World Cup! And shout out
let's-
to Qatar, by the way.
Oh,
That
listen.
people been bashing and bashing and bashing, and they threw money at the problem.
True.
Baby.
True.
But
But
they
listen,
did
listen.
it in such a clean
Listen,
way, bro.
I'm just sick and tired of people complaining against rich people just because they are rich. Like, what do you want him? What do you want Qatar to do? Organize a cheap World Cup? They can't afford to pay millions of dollars, literally, and they paid millions of dollars. Like, why is
Billions.
this indecent? Well,
200
billions.
billion.
200 billion? No, 200 million. Billion?
Billion,
no,
I
man.
think.
No, man, no. Come on.
Yeah.
200 billion?
Let me check.
Listen.
I think South Africa was 3 billion.
All right. While he checks, let me finish with my idea, because I think that in general, people, there is a hatred against rich, against successful. And I think we should change this mentality. Yes, Qatar is filthy rich. They organized a very clean World Cup. It's very safe. The streets are clean. The organization is flawless. Their communication is flawless. Is it million or billion?
200 billion.
Man, that's just crazy. Let me rephrase that. That's indecent, man. That's not.
But it's the whole thing.
Oh, you
know,
think
like,
it's not just the cake?
Like it's there's a lot of investment in. I don't know how to
200
justify that.
billion.
Like for a comparison, I think South African World Cup was 3 billion.
Yeah, this one is like 200.
Yeah. So
Man, this is like almost 100 times more. That's not.
Yeah,
that's
man.
too much.
but still.
But is it 100 times better?
Oh shit! This took a wrong turn. I wanted to defend Qatar. Oh my
Listen,
god.
is it 100 times better? So a lot of people complain about.
Anyways, it's their money. They do whatever the fuck they want with
Absolutely.
it.
It's like when you
But-
see somebody with a super nice car, you say, "Oh, like this is not decent. I don't make enough money," and he's driving his Bentley. Dude, if you had the money to buy a Bentley, you would buy a Bentley. So let's
Yeah.
relax on this. He didn't steal your money. He made money. He was lucky. He inherited. Qatar is very rich.
Jeff
wa- they wa-
Bezos, who?
Exactly. They wanted to spend their money. So,
Yeah.
listen, a lot of people also said, well, and we talked about it with your brother, like, oh, it's not like the ecologically, it's like a disaster, etc. Well, actually, like your brother said, and it really opened my mind about it. But he said, well, all the stadiums are almost in like a 3 mile or 5 mile radius, so they're all close. Plus, after they finish with the stadiums, it will not just rot like the one in Brazil or whatever, like the yeah, Manacana.
No puedes decir esto.
And we have a special shout out to our friend Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu.
If he's watching, sorry, brother. Hey, you
Hey.
could make it. Not everybody's Morocco, man.
Man. Honestly, I feel if there's one team I feel bad for is
It's
Brazil.
Brazil. Everybody feels bad for Brazil. That's crazy.
It's
And also everybody feels bad for Cristiano also. Not for Portugal, but more for Cristiano
Yeah,
because it
well-
was his last competition and everybody was dreaming about the dream final would have been like Portugal and
for anyone that
Argentina.
loves football, that would have been
That would
like,
have been. But anyways, let me
crazy.
finish with
But
my thought
Morocco.
about the Qatar is like giving away one of the stadium because after that you can just fold it back in a way. And
Yeah,
just
it's like
ship it.
how do you say modelable?
No, probably not.
Modelable. Blah. Anyways, you can take it down and put it back up.
How do you say? IKEA is what?
It's,
Furniture that does what?
you're the English teacher.
Usually I just tell them, I would just say modulable. And they would say, oh, okay, I know they wouldn't remember it anyways. I'm like, yeah, see, I'm flawless. But anyways,
So modelable stadiums.
if you know the word, just write it on the comments. Because
Yeah.
now it's gonna drive me nuts. But not really. But anyways. So anyways, so yeah, they are donating one of the stadiums to us.
Yeah.
Which
To Tetuan, I think.
Yeah, to the northern of
Which is
Morocco,
not a
which-
Star Wars planet. It's a city in the north of.
That's actually pretty cool. Like, and also like the next World Cup is like it will be in the States, in Mexico, and in Canada. People
Yeah,
will be
that's gonna
taking
be-
planes all over the place. You will be moving literally millions of people all over the world,
Yeah.
all over those 3 countries. Which they are close, but it's like thousands of miles.
But you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Man, imagine how the US, Canada, and Mexico must feel after they saw Qatar.
And how much money are they spending on
the
it?
bar is
It's
so
really high.
fucking high.
Listen, like Qatar is a small country. It's a tiny country. In fact,
Yeah,
They
it
have
is.
like 3 million people or whatever, like 6 million or something. Like it's very
yeah,
small.
it's like Switzerland
Exactly.
or something
And,
like that.
you know, they managed to overcome all the difficulties. Many people said, "Oh, where are people gonna sleep?
Yeah.
How are you gonna do with the stadiums?
Man,
you don't have
they
because
dealt
Qatar
with
is
so
not
much.
Qatar is not famous for soccer. Like they don't have big stadiums already.
Yeah.
Morocco has more stadiums than Qatar by far. Like,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
stadiums everywhere, but
Yeah.
but
It's not like a national
level.
proper
Yeah.
sport, like everyone's playing it and they have players and stuff. Like it's
But yeah,
they have the PSG
yeah. Qatar, they have been sports.
and being sports,
Which
like,
is- they have everything.
They did the hardest part, to be honest.
Listen, they control the sports media, and they have one of the most expensive with the big star power, which is the PSG. Yeah, I think
But
Qatar
they
did
put
a great
they,
job.
They,
did a great
they
job.
did a great job, and as a viewer, and a lot of, and even from the feedback of people who went there, we have one of our other friends that is
Yeah. Was
that
part of
went
the yeah.
that went to Qatar, and the feedback as a viewer and as someone that went there and is that this is probably the best World Cup that has ever been
Organized for sure.
organized, and even in terms of epic moments in on the pitch,
Mm.
like
Yeah, we are surpassing everything.
it's
Everybody's
magical.
happy. Yeah,
and
it's great.
everyone's involved, and man, it's
So
what a time
let's
it is.
let's close up with this. What are your pronostics? Pronostics? No, I'm definitely gonna cut this part. 'Cause this is too much. Your what? Your
What is your forecast?
not forecast.
Oh my god! Well, I think we're gonna go back to French for the next one.
Listen.
Fuck.
What is your IKEA thing that falls back? What are your pronostics? What are your pornography on this? How do you say this? الصوت. شو هنا؟ What are your man? لا والله لا هذه faut qu'on la trouve بزاف. Je te jure. Si on la trouve pas, on la garde, mec. Là, on la garde. Comment on a dit pronostic in English, man? حشومة حشومة حشومة.
Ah putain. What is your... On va même chercher modulable. J'aime les deux.
Mec, je peux pas envoyer celle-là, mais... Hein? Prognosis. Prognosis. Man, it doesn't even sound familiar. That's fucked
No,
up.
prognosis is more like in the medical...
familiar.
No, seriously. It's prediction. Prediction or
Prediction.
forecast. Those are the two. So, modulable.
Attends.
On a fait des
On a fait du bruit, c'est pas grave.
Allez. Putain, il y aura de la coupe.
Pronostic, c'est modulable. Vas-y, cherche-nous modulable. Non, là, on se tape là. C'est Khashouma.
Modular.
Modular furniture.
Ah putain.
ماشي modulable.
T'es arrêté là. All right,
we are back.
Où est-ce qu'on en était?
À mon avis, on la garde, sa mère.
Ouais, c'est quand même long. C'est quand même long. Et on a switché de langue et tout. Il était long celui-là. Faut faire a few minutes later.
Il a gardé sa mère.
Okay.
So we are back. So, like you said, they have like a modular. On reprend à partir de modular.
Attends, mec. Ça va être très dur à reprendre là. Je pense que là, on aura du mal à reprendre. Ah putain. Celui-là était violent.
Est-ce qu'on reprend à partir de modular? Ou là, on reprend direct.
Okay, that's prognosis.
Là, predictions.
Predictions. So, so tell me, Joe, what are you?
Oh putain. Ouais, ده سخن ندير مونت حتى كاع.
Ouais, attends.
Il a chauffé sa mère.
Allez.
Donc là,
Putain, j'ai de la buée, mec, sur les lunettes. Excuse.
j'ai pas vu, je te jure, ça fait. On a fini. Predictions. Yeah, so what are your predictions for the World Cup between
Well, Là, il faut qu'on trouve un chemin pour revenir. Lâcher du gel sur tel sèche. Une petite gorgée d'eau. Je pense qu'il faut qu'on parle un peu, tu vois. Qu'on se remette un peu dans le. Qu'on se remette. On parle normalement, tranquille. Il se passe rien du tout, tranquille. On a rigolé un peu. On est bien. Équipe. Tout ça.
Pronostics.
Yeah.
Pronostics.
Prediction.
Prediction.
So, so tell me, Jawad, what
sure.
are your predictions for this
For the
World Cup?
semis?
Oh, for the semi,
Honestly,
because
for the semi, yeah, because Argentina already made it. I think we're going to win 1-0 or we're going to lose 1-0.
So you
Because I don't see a lot of goals being scored. I think we have a very solid
defense.
defense. If we get scored
Thank you very much.
Mec, il y avait de la drogue. Le mec, là.
Il est très violent, ce. All right. Je pense que c'est très dur.
Listen. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we had a little laugh. So tell me, Jawad, what are your what are your predictions for this upcoming semifinal? We saw Morocco have a defense that is
Allez, on l'a
Pretty
fait, on l'a
strong.
fait, on l'a fait.
All right.
So my predictions, honestly, for the semis, for our semi-final,